Welcome to the Explainer. Sometimes the absolute best way to really get a handle on a language isn't through textbooks, but through something timeless, something we can all connect with. And today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're breaking down a true classic, Stand By Me, to unlock some really powerful and useful expressions in English.
So let's start with a big question. How does a song with such simple lyrics written, decades ago become this global anthem? What is it about Stand By Me by the legendary Benny King that just speaks to everyone, no matter where you're from or how old you are? Well, I think it all comes down to its core message, which is totally universal.
Okay, so let's dive right in. To really get its power, we're basically going to take the song apart, piece by piece. We'll look at how it builds this incredible emotional world, starting from that very first line and going all the way to its world-famous chorus.
First things first. Every great story needs a setting, right? And what's interesting here is that the song doesn't kick off with friendship. Nope, it starts with fear. It paints this picture of a world that feels pretty uncertain, maybe even a little dangerous.
Just listen to these words for a second. When the night has come, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light we'll see. Right away, you feel it. You're in this situation that just feels isolating. The darkness is everywhere, and the only comfort is this one tiny speck of light. It just perfectly nails that feeling of being alone.
And this is where the poetry really starts to kick in. See, night isn't just about it being dark outside. It's a symbol for any tough time in our lives, for fear, for uncertainty. And the moon, that becomes that tiny little glimmer of hope that you're clinging to. This whole image sets up a problem. You're alone, you're facing the dark, and the rest of the song is going to solve it for us. All right, so that brings us straight to the heart of the song. This is the solution to all that darkness. It's the central promise, the one phrase that's made this song a true anthem for friendship and support all over the world. So the singer comes out and makes this really bold statement. I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. They're basically saying I can be brave, I can face that darkness we just talked about. But, and this is a huge but, it's conditional. All of that courage depends entirely on one single thing. Just as long as you stand by me.
And this is the key. The English expression itself, to stand by someone. It means so much more than just physically being next to a person. It means you are giving them your complete, unwavering support. It means you're loyal, you're on their team, no matter how tough things get. It's honestly one of the most powerful ways you can describe what a true friend is.
And this example right here just shows you how this phrase from a classic song is still 100% relevant today. You can and should use this in your own conversations. To promise someone, I will stand by you, is a huge deal. It's a profound statement of loyalty. See? It's not just a lyric. It's a living, breathing part of the English language.
Now let's check out the next verse, because the song really builds from here. It doesn't just stick with a dark night. The problems get way bigger, almost apocalyptic, really, just to hammer home how strong this bond of loyalty is supposed to be. Seriously, listen to how dramatic this is. If the sky should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, whoa, we're not just talking about a scary night anymore. This is the end of the world. The language is it's catastrophic.
Let's just quickly break down these words. To tumble is to fall in this messy, chaotic, out-of-control way. And to crumble means to break apart into tiny pieces until there's nothing left. Now, obviously, the point isn't that the singer literally thinks the sky is going to fall. It's a metaphor, right? It means that even if the absolute worst-case scenario happens, even if your whole world just falls apart, that promise of loyalty, that I'll stand by you, still holds true.
Okay, so we've had fun with the poetry, but let's make this super practical. We're going to recap the key expressions we've learned and give you a simple guide for how you can start using them yourself, like right away. You can really think about using this phrase in 3 main ways. First, you can use it to make a promise. Telling a friend, don't worry, I will always stand by you. That's huge. Second, you can use it to ask for support. It's a really honest way to say you're vulnerable. Hey, I'm going through a hard time. Will you stand by me? And finally, you can use it to describe a really strong relationship. Like, They have stood by each other for over 40 years. It's versatile, it's meaningful, and now it's part of your toolkit.
So let's wrap up this explainer with one last thought. A question for you, actually. A song like this lasts for decades because it taps into something so fundamental about being human, that need for loyalty, for having someone there for us when the land is dark. It can't help but make us think about our own lives. So just take a second to think about it. Who is the person that always stands by you?